You know, I also get afraid that I'm like addicted to other things.
Like what? If you
Like
care to answer.
candy
Candy's good.
and sugar.
Sugar's good.
Yeah, but I like if I'm craving it, like nothing else matters.
I mean, I think that's just like a human thing.
And naps.
But you see, candy doesn't take away 3 hours of your time randomly.
It could if you were eating it for 3 hours.
You'd be dead. You get sugar poisoning.
AKA diabetes.
Is that what sugar poisoning is?
I don't know.
I mean, it's like alcohol poisoning, but for sugar. How do people drink that much alcohol? Like, you gotta be, like, horribly...
Yeah, and I don't understand, like, why it makes anyone feel, air quotes, better.
It's because it numbs the feeling of whatever pain they have. Like, I had... In school, we watched a documentary of this guy that... he was already an alcoholic. Mm-hmm. Like, he made moonshine.
Bro.
He made a bunch of moonshine and all that.
Yeah.
And he's like... He was an alcoholic. And then one day... he was in a car crash because he was drunk, and he broke his hip, like, really bad. So he had a limp for the rest of his life. And because of the pain from breaking his hip, he never went to the hospital, by the way, because he didn't want to pay for the medical bill, and he didn't have health insurance. So he just didn't deal with it, and that pain made him drink more alcohol because he wanted to numb the pain.
Yeah, but then you have other pain of like your liver or whatever.
He did have a lot of problems, but
like,
he thought that drinking more would solve the pain. And then eventually, unfortunately, he passed away. It was very sad to see.
Like, I understand people say that's what it does, but it's like alcohol, I don't think makes people feel very good. Like, after a certain amount.
I agree. I mean, I'm not one for alcohol. But I've never gotten, like, drunk. I don't know what getting drunk feels like.
Me neither.
Really?
Yeah, because I am afraid throwing up.
Oh, okay. Me too, honestly. I used to be super afraid of it.
Me too. Like, if anyone said, like, oh, I don't feel good, I would have, like, a panic attack.
I don't feel good.
Like, I would get so much used to. It's gotten better when I was younger.
Have you ever thrown up at the sight of something?
No.
Me neither. I think it's weird how people do that.
Me too.
Because, like, I've seen some disgusting things.
Sometimes it's like if it's a smell plus the sight.
What's the worst thing you've ever smelled?
Your grape cupcakes. I'm kidding.
We're ending the episode.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
What's the real one?
So the first thing that comes to mind is when Trunks, one of our dogs, pooped blood all over the house.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm thinking of it now, and it was disgusting.
I bet it was. But it smelt worse?
It smelled so bad. Ugh. I don't want to think about it.
You brought it up.
You asked the question.
Sorry. The worst thing I ever smelled was the time that...
Don't throw up.
I'm not going to throw up.
Okay.
But it was the time where, as a prank, or not as a prank, but just because he wanted to see what happened, my big brother, he He's autistic, if you didn't know. And he decided it would be kind of funny if he urinated into a water bottle and then mixed it with beer and then put it in the freezer. My
Did
little
it
brother...
explode?
No.
Oh.
My little brother thought it was apple juice.
Ew!
Sipped it up.
But it was in the freezer.
Yeah, because my brother wanted to see what would happen.
But how did he sip it if it was frozen?
Because beer doesn't freeze.
Oh.
And it was fresh.
Ew!
Yeah. It was kind of gross. And it smelled horrid. It was like horrible. Like, imagine gross and then imagine grosser. I bet... Never mind. Actually, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say something about roadkill, but...
Poor roads. I mean, animals.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that either.
Me neither. I get really sad about it. We're going to go quick rapid fire. What's your favorite DreamWorks movie?
I guess Shrek.
What? The first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I honestly can't think of anything else. I guess there's Madagascar.
How to Train Your Dragon?
That one's good. I'd probably
Certainly.
would pick that one over Shrek.
Have you seen The Wild Robot?
No,
I think you really like it.
I might.
It's a really adorable, cute movie. Awesome movie.
I'll keep that in mind.
About a robot that has to raise a duckling.
That's cute.
And it's a very, very beautifully animated movie.
Did you watch Flow?
Flow?
Yes.
No.
It's like you have to watch it.
What's it about?
It's like it's so hard to explain. It's like a piece of art. Like so there's like a cat.
Okay.
And it's just animated and it's like nothing's really like
Wait.
stuff's going on, but it's like there's no dialogue.
I know what movie you're talking about.
It's amazing, but also
I wanted to watch that so
it
bad.
feels like there's parts of it where it's like it feels so expansive.
It's on my watch list.
Yeah. You should watch it.
Favorite Disney movie?
Moana.
Favorite Pixar movie?
What are some examples?
WALL-E, Up, Toy Story, Inside Out, Ratatouille, Incredibles, Finding Nemo.
I did like Inside Out. Ugh, I like Finding Nemo.
My favorite movies of all time is WALL-E. I'm also working on a script for that for the podcast. Probably going to be a solo episode.
Well, the script for WALL-E is already written.
Nice.
WALL-E is creepy though because of how true it is gonna be.
Did you know, there's some trivia, that originally in 2005, Pixar had...
And you were 0 years old?
That's right.
That's crazy.
I remember. Like it was yesterday. I don't even remember what happened yesterday, honestly. I saw my girlfriend.
It was Friday. Anyway,
TGIF. We're gonna move on.
You were talking about the trivia of WALL-E.
Yeah, right. So in 2005, Pixar made concept art for a movie entirely... The cast of characters are entirely, like, red blobs that are, like, really squishy and they're moving around all wacky ways. Like Flubber. You ever see Flubber?
No.
You've never seen Flubber?
No.
Starring Robin Williams? It's a really weird movie, but it's an old Disney movie. And one of the the namesake of the movie, Flubber, is like this green slime dude that like bounces around and makes jokes and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's really weird, but it's a decent movie. But that idea was scrapped because they didn't have the technology to make an entire movie out of slime.
Oh.
So instead, the concept art was transferred over to being humans, the humans in WALL-E, because they kind of look like blobs.
What?
That's where the red comes from on their you know that outfits are red in WALL-E?
Yeah.
That's where it comes from.
What?
I have a lot of WALL-E trivia. Trivia.
Do more. Let me guess them.
What do you mean?
Trivia's like guessing.
Oh, yeah. How many consoles does the video game WALL-E expand on? Like, how many consoles is the game on?
Like a DS?
That's
like,
one.
Like a PlayStation?
That's
Those
another
are
one.
consoles?
Yeah.
Okay. Now that I know what a console is.
A video game console.
A video game console. We've got like... Would it be like all the versions of one thing? Like a DS and a DS XL would be separate?
No.
Okay. I'm going to say 15. Wait, like how... Wait, is the question like how many people have it downloaded on their video game console?
No.
I'm so confused.
Whatever. You know, I don't know. I didn't have this question prepared. It's Xbox 360, PS3, Wii, DS, 5.
You looked at me like 15 was a crazy number.
That is a crazy number, because in the last 2 decades, there has not even been 10 consoles released total. If you count only big names, like there's smaller name consoles like the Soulja Boy, or the Ouya, or the Game & Boy, or the Game & Gear. A lot of third-party things that...
Those Swedish.
The Soulja Boy isn't made by the rapper Soulja Boy. Just literally just a crappy emulator for games that he doesn't own.
Wait, it is his?
Yes.
Wow.
The Soulja Boy made a console called the Soulja Boy. It's real.
What do you, like, how is it set up?
It's just like, you know Game Boy, right?
Yeah.
It's just that, but it has a control stick.
Then
and
how
it's
does
bigger.
It close?
It doesn't.
But that's like the whole point of a Game Boy. It flips
Not
closed.
The only Game Boy that did that was the Game Boy Advance SP, also known as the Game Boy Advance clamshell.
Well, that's the one my brother had.
Then he's cool, because the Game Boy Advance SP is great. I love the Game Boy Advance SP.
With the little cartridges.
Yeah. But the original Game Boy, it was just like a flat thing. It's like a brick in your hands. And it didn't have shoulder buttons. It was just A and B and start and select.
Mm.
And then they came out with the Game Boy
learn...
Color, which was the same thing.
Did you learn about this stuff in AIT?
We'll say yes. This is the Army.
Army training.
Taught me about Game Boy Advance SP.
Did you learn how to do Mario jumps?
Like in real life?
Yeah.
I can do one, but I'm not going to. Like, what do you mean? A Mario jump?
Yeah. I just...
Like, what do you mean?
Like, Mario jump. Like, part of your training.
Assuming that Mario is his canon height of 5'8". Mario's 5'8", by the way.
He's literally like a millimeter.
Where'd you get this information
when
from?
you look at the screen.
No. Nintendo has said that he is 5'8". I'm
But
pretty sure.
that's one of those things
It's
where
either
they
5'8"
like,
or 5'6".
that's one of those things where the author comes in after the fact and makes it up after thinking about it when it wasn't actually in the book itself. Like when you ask an author, like, oh, what happens to them? And they make something up. Like,
well, I mean,
they didn't say he was 5'8" at the beginning of the video game.
Why would they say he's 5? You like, oh my gosh, I gotta go fight Bowser. This is your quest. Go save Princess Peach. By the way, he's 5'8".
They might have stats or something, but he's a millimeter.
Okay.
Maybe 2.
Based on my scaling him up, if it's proportional, if it's proportional to 5'8", proportional to 5'8", Mario.
That'd be so big.
5'8" is not big.
No, 5'8". Proportionally to 2 millimeters.
How big is 2 millimeters?
Like this big.
That is pretty big. How tall are you?
5'3". So I don't know.
My girlfriend's 5'2". Your girlfriend. My girlfriend. Why'd you make that noise?
Because I don't have a girlfriend.
Oh, my girlfriend is 5'2", so you are taller than my girlfriend.
Buy some millimeters. Let's buy some Marios.
I could buy a Mario. I can't buy a millimeter. I would have by now.
Wait, what?
I can buy a Mario. I can't buy a millimeter. How are you confused at that statement?
I'm so confused.
I can buy a Mario. I can't buy a millimeter. Why are you confused?
I'm so You're not saying a real sentence.
I am saying a real sentence.
I
can buy a Mario. I can't buy a millimeter.
But what are you saying that about?
You said buy some millimeters. And then you said buy some Marios. You said that.
Yeah, no. I said I'm taller than her by some millimeters.
I thought you said I thought
and
you
then
were like
Mario is a millimeter.
I thought
so by Mario.
I thought you were like, go buy some millimeters at the store.
Yeah, you need them.
I thought that's what you were saying.
I'm so confused.
I thought B-U-Y.
Bring your own Mario.
No.
B-Y-O-M.
Bring your own Michael. I'm Michael.
William.
Don't call me that. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound offensive with aggressive with passive aggressive with that.
It was aggressive.
Me?
You saying don't call me that.
Sorry.
Anyway,
What were we
Mario's
talking
5'8".
Yeah, so proportionally, he would be jumping about 28 feet in the air. That's his tallest possible jump. 28 feet.
How do you know that?
Because I used to watch Game Theory on YouTube.
So it's just a theory.
A game theory!
That he's 5'8".
No, Nintendo has officially stated that he's 5'8". Modern Mario, not original Mario on the NES. And you can't say that he's 2 millimeters because it changes. What if you have a bigger TV? What if you have a smaller TV? What if he's really far away from the camera? What if he's really close to the camera? What if he is the camera? What if he's in your walls?
Like us.
Who's us?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like we're in the walls.
longer we go on, the more it's going
To become senseless?
to become chaotic.
You know, one thing that I think is like perfectly representative of the kind of light that I bring to the party is like that one time we were at the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, I don't even remember what happened to warrant you saying this, but I arrived and then you were just sitting there and you're like, you arriving made it so much more chaotic.
Yeah, because you were like yelling and getting beat up by the ocean.
And I think I like fell.
Yeah, and
on the
like
beach.
oh yeah, and like the blanket was like flying off the sand and
And you blamed that on me.
And you kicked over like the snap pea chips into the sand.
No, it's not me.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
It was chaotic.
Whatever. I'm a necessary component in the clock that is...
Time.
I wish. Because then I would slow it down.
Do what?
Come up with a really funny joke and then say it. Usually I don't have to, though, because I'm so funny anyway.
I'm getting pretty tired.
We have been recording for 1 hour and 38 minutes. It's a pretty good length for...
Yeah.
I could split it up into 2 episodes.
Yeah, it could be either.
I could extend the time that I have to record another one by a week.
Yeah.
Do you have any more interview questions?
Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
Are we going to do a second interview?
Probably.
Sick.
It's more like a stream of consciousness. Conversation.
We could stream each other.
Stream of
The
conversation.
stream.
The stream.
Alright.
That's our band name.
That's actually such a good band
The
name.
stream.
The stream.
Yeah, but then there's like the lore behind it. That it's like the stream.
It could be the stream of consciousness, or it could also be the stream that I take in the woods. Or it could be of like a small river. Or it could be that your dog urinating in the backyard.
Ew.
The stream of urine.
No.
Gavin would have laughed at that. Do you know what that is?
I'm assuming one of the
Have you not?
colleagues.
Now hold on. So you haven't... How many episodes have you listened to the podcast?
Maybe that time we listened to it together in the car.
That's it? You even like watch some of it to get a sense of like what's going on? Are you that annoyed by my voice?
I'm not annoyed by your voice. I just get a little anxious, like, thinking about starting something. Like, I felt anxious about going to the Minecraft movie today. I don't know why.
Are you anxious about... Like, is it just like trying new things? Like messes with you?
Maybe. It was just like, am I ready to commit to this right
Sitting
now?
down in a movie theater?
Yeah.
So you have to think of like every situation as like a commitment?
Not every. It's really only about movies.
I mean, you could
And
like...
I guess your Spotify podcast.
You don't have to listen to it on Spotify. We're also on YouTube.
Oh,
Sponsored by Dubby Energy.
you're right.
I mean, you could just like put it on while you're like cleaning the
I'm
house or
definitely
something.
gonna listen to this one.
You're just like Kenzie. Kenzie only listens to the ones that she's in. Like in the description of all my episodes, we have who's in the episode. She just skips all the ones she's not in. It's disgusting. Like I made this podcast for my friends, and they don't want to record anything anymore. Ironically enough, Kenzie and Trey are the only ones left who actually want to do and you, of course. And my mom wants to be part of it too, but she needs to make a Discord account first.
She does.
Maybe
Here's the thing. I'll listen to one.
One. Are we making a compromise or something?
No, I'm just trying to say, like, it's not that I don't want to listen to it. It's that I'm trying to think of, like, which one. Also,
You could just start at the first one.
sometimes I don't have real words anymore.
Sometimes. I get it. But I do implore you to just... It doesn't matter which one you listen to, because there's no continuity.
Yeah.
It's just our connected, disconnected thoughts.
Yeah.
Mostly mine.
I will. I think part of it is I don't know the other people.
So you could learn.
I guess. You're right.
If you want. There's no... Did you name him yet? The shark squishy.
He looks like
A Ryan?
a Jerome.
Jerome?
Yeah, look at that.
That screams Jerome to you? Nice.
Let's cut out the part about how I haven't listened to too many.
No, I'm leaving that in. I'm leaving that in.
Any last thoughts for today?
I think I'm definitely gonna stop by this random person's house a lot more often.
It's very nice. Nice of you to say. Maybe you will get someone else on the podcast.
Maybe someday we'll find someone in the stars.
And with that,
Thank you very much for listening to this episode of We Are Holding the Title Hostage, starring my brand new associate. Same.
Snow.
There we go.
I was debating on whether I should say my fake name.
Well, what is
I
your fake?
forgot.
You never said it
I
earlier.
honestly forgot.
Stewardess
Stewardess.
Mark.
You know, I'm gonna have to think about it. I forgot this story actually, and I was gonna say it. So before we leave,
Okay.
it was like I am kind of afraid of the like Army base wives Facebook group.
You're afraid of it?
Like, listen, I'm not afraid of it, but I'm trying to be cautious because they like to snitch on people on there and like cause drama. So I'm like, if someone were to ask me my name, like if they saw me doing, AKA, one time my dog pooped in someone's yard and I cleaned it up, obviously, but we walked a little ways away and I saw this lady come out of her house, AKA the house I was in front of, and like she like had her hands on her hips and she's like looking around like maybe she thought I didn't pick it up or something. I don't know.
Well,
But in my brain I was like, what if she like started a fight with me and like asked what my name was and then put me on the wives group?
I feel like a lot of people around here would do that. Like, I feel like these like tightly knit like suburban neighborhoods would warrant just like middle-aged women doing that.
Yes.
That is kind of a
Because I see
scary
so
thought.
much things. So I was like, I need a name to give. And I can't really remember what name I had picked out.
Jules.
Mm.
You don't like that?
I don't really like that name.
I think it's nice. Honey bun.
No, they'll be like, that's not your name.
Maybe it is.
Miss Bun. What's
Do we
your,
have a Mrs. Bun here?
What's your husband's name so I can go to his chain of command? Bun.
Private Bun? Sergeant First Class Bun.
PFC.
Is there a
Bun.
bun honey in the room? Bun honey.
Wait, if my name was Honey Bun, what would his name be? It would be...
Jerry Bun.
No, it'd be like Pork Bun.
Pork Bun?
Yeah, like, what's another bun?
Glazed
Ew.
Bun.
No.
Sweet Bun. Sour Bun.
That's not a thing.
Bread Bun.
Well...
Bean Bun.
No! Not
I love bean buns.
Like what kind of beans? Baked beans?
No.
Like a red bean?
Like azuki bean. Yeah, like azuki beans. Like red bean paste.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Those are bean buns.
Okay.
But you think I meant you think I meant like buns stuffed with like Bush's baked beans?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
It is. Says a lot. Says a lot coming from a vegetarian.
I'm not gonna get into that discussion right now. We'll save it for another episode. Snow bun.
Stop it.
What?
Stop it.
No, not yet, because we have to say the outro.
Oh.
Thank you very much for listening to this episode of We Are Holding the Title Hostage, starring my new associate,
Snow Bun.
Bun. Snow. The name's Bun. Snow Bun.
Okay.
Probably cut this part out. I love you, Mom. You have to say
Wait,
it too.
I was gonna say something else first.
Okay.
Love you.
Name redacted for privacy reasons.
Goodbye.